Chelsea fans, now that Xabi Alonso has arrived, he's officially the Chelsea boss, and we're expecting him to resume his duties on the July 1st. From what we see, from what we saw on the news and what we read on the internet, from reliable sources, he will be resuming his duties on the July 1st. I think that should be in between when the World Cup is still on. We'll see him at Stamford Bridge, But then let's talk about the transfer speculations, the players that we all want to see, the kind of players that we all want to see, the players that we want, gone out of the clubs, and the players that have not made an impact, even the ones that was bought last season, 2 years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And for me, the first player I want out of Chelsea is Jamie Gittins. I need those guys. You see that guy, that signing was a very, very wrong signing. I think it would have been better. Chelsea would have better kept Jadon Sancho than this Jamie Gittins. He's been on injury and he's been finding it very difficult to find his rhythm, get acquainted to the Premier League, the speed and everything, the toughness of the Premier League. I don't think that guy is built for the Premier League. The second person I want out of the club is Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho needs to leave. That guy is not living up to expectations. He's nowhere near Chelsea standards. I think now we can say that we've seen why Manchester United decided to sell him off to Chelsea. I think Chelsea should do their best and get him off the books immediately. He's in some games, a few games he was, he showed some promises and all that, but he's not the kind of player that would give you what you want on the flanks, cause trouble. The last few games he played was absolutely abysmal. He was nowhere near a footballer. He couldn't hold the ball, he couldn't trap the ball, he couldn't make a single dribble. It was absolute nonsense. He needs to leave. In the midfield, I think Romeo Lavia needs to leave. I love him. Everyone knows Romeo Lavia is a fantastic player. If he doesn't leave, then his injury should be properly managed, because whenever Romeo Lavia is fit, if he plays a game, if he comes back from a 2-3 months injury, he comes back, gets on the pitch, he plays a game, he doesn't look like he was injured, he doesn't look rusty, he looks very sharp. But injury is the problem. His injury, I don't know whether it's from the Chelsea medicals, I don't know whether his injuries are not properly managed. He can't just explain, but for all of us, he's just injury prone. It's just his nature. So if he gets sold, I wouldn't be bothered. Probably get another replacement and another number 6, good number 6 to replace him. To fill the void and all that. So that's my opinion. The next player I want out of the club is the back line. You see, Tosin and Badiashile, these two guys should leave. Yes, Fofana should be kept, although he's injury prone as well, but with the presence of Colwill, he plays better with Colwill, So I think a lot of people think Fofana should be sold because of his injuries and he's not been consistent. But I think the beauty of Fofana, the best of Fofana, is gotten when he plays with Colwill. And it wouldn't be bad if you can keep him, as a squad player, let him be there, have him as a squad player. That depth, you need as a big team, to rotate the squad. And next season we are going to have, a whole lot of rest. That's the beauty of not being in the Champions League or not being in Europe. Although we still stand a chance if the teams that are ahead of us lose their remaining 2 games and then we win our remaining 2 games, we stand a chance, So, but then I think Badiashile and Tosin should leave. All right, for me, these are the players I want to leave. Then the incomings. There's a news that a certain player that plays for Ajax, Nico Götze, that guy, I've not really followed him up, but I watched a few clips of him. I think the guy is good, but my worry is just his age. His inexperience is just 20 years. Could he be another Hazard? He's been touted to be the next Hazard. He's from Belgium. Could he be another Hazard prospect, or another Hazard-esque? I don't really know, but if good a thing, the manager is going to be, pointing at the players he wants, and the club is going to be making the signings, getting the players the manager wants in the team, getting them into the club and all that. If he's a good player, if he's good enough to replace Gittins and Garnacho, then let him be bought. Another player I want Chelsea to get so bad is Kenan Yildiz, that guy that plays for Juventus, that Turkish guy that plays for Juventus. That guy is good. That boy is a good winger. If you can have these 2 guys on that left flank, because both of them are left wingers, Nico Götze and Kenan Yildiz, if you can get these 2 players, I think our left wing have been sorted. It's either we'll buy that Nico Götze and Kenan Yildiz, or we'll buy Can I yield this? And Morgan Rogers. I love that Morgan Rogers. These are the caliber of players we want to see next season. Preferably, I'll prefer Morgan Rogers with that Can I yield this? That's Miko Gods. You can just leave him, you know. Morgan Rogers is experienced in the Premier League. Can I yield this is much more mature and he plays very well. He's a big game player. All right. Then there are rumors making the rounds that Victor Osimhen, Chelsea is going back, looking at getting, you know, going back for Victor Osimhen. This is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. If you can get Osimhen, bro, with João Pedro, bring Osimhen, bring João Pedro, and then keep Jackson. That's a mega. That guy should be sent back. That guy is. I don't see him doing well at Chelsea. And again, he's an injury-prone player, so I think Victor Osimhen will do the job for me. All right. If he comes, he will be a number one striker. Can play 4-4-2, use him and João Pedro. Like, we have depth, and trust me, we'll do very well. The next option I want for that striker role is this Brentford Igor Thiago or what? That guy, that Brazilian guy, that guy should be bought. If we can't get Victor Osimhen, then we should go for him. Yes, he's a good striker. He did well this season. He's a Brazilian, although it's just one season, but he scored a lot of goals. I think he's second on the highest goal scorers chart. You know, he's a fantastic striker. He's a fantastic player. He's done so well this season. He's worth buying, you know, by Chelsea. So I think if we can't get Victor Osimhen, but my first choice remains Victor Osimhen. All right, my first choice remains Victor Osimhen. If we can't get him, then we should go for, you know, this Brentford striker. All right. Then the next player I want, another player I want in the team, we got Thiago, Victor Osimhen, you know, Yildiz, Miko Go. So these are my, you know, these are my four dream signings for the summer. I don't know what the manager is going to come up with. I don't know what Xabi Alonso is going to come up with, but I think this is the best. This is the best. This is the best in my opinion. All right, these are the players I want to see. Our defense, we need to get, definitely they know that they need to get proper world-class defenders, a right center back and a left center back. You know, proper defenders. Get Tosin and Badiashile out of the club. You understand? So I think these are the players I want. I don't know what their plans. I don't know what the plans are for the defense line, but I think that will be sorted out by the manager. But for that front line, these are the players I want to see. All right. So Chelsea fans, let me have your thoughts, your views, and your opinion in the comment section. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop my video. My YouTube handle is Football Vision TV. All right. Follow me on Facebook, the Football Vision. Follow me on Instagram, Football Vision TV. Follow me on TikTok, Football Vision TV, and then on X, Football Vision. All right. Thank you very much, guys. It's Football Vision here. From me from here. I'll see you again in my next video. Peace.
Football Fusion.